welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video on the best floral summer perfumes for the summertime. Obviously in the summer we want something a little bit lighter, fresher, but I know there are lots of floral fans that are looking for something that they can wear in the hot weather but still has like beautiful floral notes. So I'm going to take you through the different types of floral notes and different perfumes that I think are perfect for summertime. If you are new here, then hello, welcome. I have hundreds of videos just like this all about perfume, so do check out my other content. And if you're a regular viewer, do make sure you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up, that really helps me. And as always, all the links will be in the description box down below to where you can get all the perfumes I talk about in this video around the world, Europe, North America, wherever they're available. But before we get into the video, I want to say a big thank you to today's sponsor, Ideal Jewelry. So we just had the Met Gala, and one of the things that I noticed is that a lot of the celebrities were wearing lab-grown diamonds, and Ideal is a brand that I've collaborated with, and I'm now the proud owner of my first lab-grown diamonds. If you don't know about lab-grown diamonds, then I think they're a really important creation. Obviously, there are lots of dubious issues around natural diamonds from their origins, the supply chain, and obviously it damages the environment to mine them. Lab-grown diamonds, they're not fake, they're not synthetic, they literally have created the conditions that nature creates to make a diamond, but they've done it in a lab. And what I love about Ideal is I'm wearing these studs right now, but they have this really unique concept, having a modular design. So basically you choose your stud, then chosen two different modules that can be combined with them. So basically I take the stud out and I just slot it in, and then basically I've got a whole new earring. I think they're really beautiful, they really shine, they really stand out, and I wore these this week and I got so many compliments on them. The second design I got has this really cute set of diamonds that go below the ear, so I'll show you those. So these ones actually go below the ear like this. They sort of cuff the ear. It's really cute. And they have settings at the back. So obviously everyone has different shaped earlobes. So you can have them higher or lower depending on your earlobe. But I think they're really cool. So I've basically got 3 different earrings here. So they came in this beautiful presentation box as well. You get this bag to keep them in. And also you've got the certificate around the diamonds saying the color grade, the clarity, which is VS. The cut is excellent. And all the gold as well is traceable 14 karat solid gold, and these were handmade in Antwerp in Belgium. And they also came with this really cute bag that has Ideal mirror in and also a silk scrunchie. I am a big fan of those. So they use really high quality materials. You can wear them in the shower, to the gym, and there are loads of other like modular earrings that go with the studs, and some dangly ones, drop ones, and some of them can actually be worn as necklaces as well. And they do have a whole range of necklaces too, and they have free worldwide shipping, 28-day returns as well, so you can get these in all different countries around the world. So I'm definitely going to be wearing these on a regular basis. I really love them. I really love the modular design as well. And I'm definitely a fan of lab-grown diamonds. All the links will be down below in the description box to Ideal and these 2 different earring sets that I have here as well. So do check them out. Cool, so if we get into the perfumes. So I have about 20 different perfumes here, so hopefully something for everyone. I think I'm going to start with a really versatile range, which are the Armani My Way perfumes. So I think for summertime, you could definitely wear the original My Way, which is a tuberose and jasmine. It's got quite a fresh, slightly green feel to it. Tuberose has quite a leafy green fresh quality to it, and then the jasmine really helps this last. But there are some flankers in the range that I also really recommend that are perfect for summer. So their floral version basically has a lot of orange blossom in, which I love for the summertime because you really do get the oranginess of the orange blossom, which is very fresh and zesty, uplifting. It still has the tuberose DNA of the original, but this came out, was it last summer or the summer before? And I do think it's a perfect summer perfume, or you could layer it with the original. And then this year they released My Way Nectar, which has a beautiful, fresh, juicy pear top note. If you're regular here, you'll know how much I love pear. I've been loving this since it came out. And you just, when you spray it, you get this really refreshing burst of juicy, watery, aquatic pear. And then underneath you have that white floral tuberose note, but it's definitely less noticeable than in the other versions. The pear really is like 50% of this fragrance. It is definitely the lightest out of the different My Way perfumes, followed by the Floral, the original, but I'd say for the summertime I'd stay away from the Intense or the Le Parfum, which are much heavier. And then speaking of Orange Blossom, another one of my favorite perfumes is Elie Saab Le Parfum. This is a beautiful African orange flower, orange blossom perfume with jasmine as well. It just has the most classy scent I've ever come across, I think. It's perfect for things like weddings. You could wear this to the office. It's super elegant. It smells really expensive, like a sparkling champagne quality to the fragrance. Really, really beautiful, underrated fragrance. It is quite hard to find in America, but I have found some websites that have it, so I'll leave the links down below. But this is definitely something perfect for summer weddings, any kind of occasion where you want to be just super classy. And it also lasts really well as well. And that's just the original Le Parfum. Most of these perfumes, by the way, will be available at Look Fantastic in the UK, where you can get up to 25% off using my code LFTF Soki. So going to one of the most popular perfumes in the world at the moment, the Miss Dior range. For summertime, I definitely recommend Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. This has a sweet pea fragrance note in it, which is quite unusual. I love the smell of sweet peas, and it has quite a clean feeling to it. It is an eau de toilette, so it's very light. You're going to want to be respraying this every few hours. If you do like Blooming Bouquet, the price tag is quite high. So for a good alternative, I recommend Versace Bright Crystal. This is a clean floral peony perfume with a little bit of red currant in. Very similar to Blooming Bouquet, particularly the previous edition of Blooming Bouquet that had the silver bow before they changed it to the material bow. And this has an Absolute version as well, which has some raspberry in. And I have seen that they're releasing a parfum version of this, which I hope to get my hands on in the near future to review for you. But the original Versace Bright Crystal, you can usually get it for maybe 30-40 pounds, sort of half or less than half the price of the Miss Dior. If you're a fan of rose perfumes, I'm recommending the latest addition to the Lancome Idole range, which is Idole Now. This one combines the classic rose of the original Idole with a pretty like orchid, feminine, floral note. It's more flowery than the other versions. And some of the other versions of Idole have things like vanilla added or like a popcorn note, whereas this one is just more flowery and fresh. It lasts really well. This is probably one of the best for lasting out of this whole range. So if you're looking for something that's going to stay on all day, I would say because of the lasting power, it's a good eau de parfum. This is maybe not for like super hot, humid days, but for just a normal summer day, you're looking for something that can be relied upon to stay on your skin, stay on clothes. I think Idol Now is a great value for money purchase. For a fruity floral option, and one which I think actually is being discontinued, is Lancome's La Vie Belle en Rose. This is rose with a fruity raspberry berry top note. It has quite a fresh green opening. It's the only Lancome La Vie Belle that's an eau de toilette, but I do think it's being discontinued. I noticed it's disappeared from most websites now, but it does have really good lasting power. The La Vie Belle range are amazing for lasting, so don't be put off by the fact that this is an eau de toilette. It performs as good as most like eau de parfums from other brands, and it does remind me a bit of my Empress perfume, but much lighter. So that's why I'm recommending it for the summer. But I'd say this and the Idole one, the two Lancome ones, are probably the heaviest out of all these. So again, I'd say not for super humid days, but for normal sort of 20 degrees, 25 degrees summer days, these are good. Two more Orange Blossom recommendations from the YSL Libre range. The Eau de Toilette is definitely the best for the summertime. It's also my favorite in the range. The Original and the Intense are really good for the winter winter time. They have a cozy lavender in with jasmine, whereas the Eau de Toilette has these orange blossom notes coming through, which really lighten it up, add a slightly fruity nature. I do find this performs really well for an Eau de Toilette. You'll get a good sort of 4 hours out of this, and I often get compliments when I wear it, so don't be put off again by the fact it's an Eau de Toilette, but it is a very fresh take on Libre. And then one of my favourite orange blossoms is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. The original Light Blue is a very clean, lemony, aquatic scent, which I find doesn't last, but this Forever version, which is an Eau de Parfum, super orangey, loads of orange blossom, reminds you of being by the orange trees in, you know, on the Italian Amalfi coast. This is another one which I think might be being discontinued because I've noticed not many websites have it anymore as well. If this does get discontinued, I'll be so gutted because I love it. I've already bought a backup bottle, and I definitely one day want to create an orange blossom perfume, and so I'll definitely have to recreate this or something very similar if it does get discontinued, because I know a lot of you have messaged me saying you bought this after me raving about it, and it is a great perfume. If you like your perfumes a little bit sweet, then Floral Street, which is a British niche brand, but they're available around the world at Sephora, they have their Wonderland Peony. So this has the clean peony of the Versace Bright Crystal of the Blooming Bouquet, but it has a little bit of a cotton candy undertone, which adds a really fun, youthful, fresh sweetness to it. It's not sickly sweet, it's not like a vanilla or a praline, but it just adds this spike of sweetness, which is really addictive. I've been using this up so much, I've stopped using it because I don't want it to run out. And I do think for a very light one, the Floral Street Sweet Almond Blossom is kind of like an apple tree blossom. It's very, very light, so this one would be great for really humid weather, and you kind of get the smells of apples, a little bit like DKNY Delicious, and it's got that apple blossom in, that greenness, that floralness underneath, but it is a very light perfume, so definitely good for humid weather. Another really light floral is Ellis Brooklyn Florist, which recreates that feeling of walking into a flower shop. This one has loads of flowers in, from Lily of the Valley, like loads of different flowers, but it also has quite a bergamot, like zesty top note, which is very refreshing. Very classic, very pretty, you know, the pink bottle indicates like this is a very girly, pretty perfume. It is quite light as well, so again, really works for humid weather, but super elegant, definitely one for fans of really flowery fragrances. And then another great floral note for the summer is Magnolia, and my top Magnolia recommendation is Beautiful Magnolia from Estee Lauder, the original Eau de Parfum. Magnolia is such a delicate note, and in the spring you get that magnolia blossom, but this works perfectly for the summer as well because it's light and airy and fresh. I find it performs really well. Magnolia is such a delicate, sparkling floral that sometimes Magnolia perfumes don't really last, whereas I find that this one does, and it's very versatile. You could wear this around the house, to shopping, to work, like you could wear this to any occasion, and it's just simple, clean, classic floral and good value for money as well. For fans of rose perfumes, my go-to rose at the moment is Irresistible from Givenchy. This is a really pretty pear and rose. I know I go on about this all the time, but the rose here is very green, very watery, very fresh, and that pear is like half of the fragrance, really uplifting. I've been through a number of bottles of this, and I love Givenchy. Their rose perfumes really sparkle, and I combine it with the hair mist as well. I don't know if it's been discontinued or it's just sold out at the moment, but they work really well together to really help this last. And then from the Aerin range, which is part of Estee Lauder, their Mediterranean Honeysuckle is one of their best sellers, and it's great light honeysuckle, clean lemony honeysuckle perfume for summer. And they just released a limited edition version which has tiare flower added, which is a very tropical flower, something that you get in like tropical islands, and it really adds that like vacation, a tropics feel to the perfume. I love tiare flower, and I find the Aerin perfumes perform really well. This limited edition tiare one definitely performs better than the original Mediterranean Honeysuckle, so really recommend it. And they just make one batch and a limited edition, and when they're gone they they're gone. So definitely recommend this if you're looking for something a bit more of a tropical floral. Of course, another tropical floral is my Aphrodite perfume. I wanted to create the ultimate summer fragrance, and to me this really takes me to that tropical place. You've got a lotus floral note here with palm leaves, that mango top note, and a little bit of coconut milk in the bottom, but it's not sweet. Super fresh, uplifting, aquatic, 30% fragrance oil concentration, so it's probably more concentrated than probably most of these mainstream perfumes here. Brands don't publish the concentration levels, but this is definitely a highly concentrated perfume that I really invested in making it, so it really lasts. And of course it's vegan and cruelty free as well. And then lastly from Jo Malone, my favorite Jo Malone, the Nectarine Blossom and Honey. This has quite a green feeling to it. I don't really get any honey from this, so I would ignore the honey in the name, and the Nectarine Blossom really is what it's all about, which gives it a slightly peachy, juicy opening, and then you get loads of this green floral undertone. It is a cologne, which means it's probably less than 5% fragrance oil concentration. So again, this would work for lighter, when you want something lighter, when it's hot, humid weather, you're gonna wanna top this up, but it is a really pretty, elegant green floral scent. Cool, so those are my rundown of my top floral summer perfume recommendations. Let me know which is your favorite and what else would you add to this list. Let me know in the comments. They'll all be linked down below in the description box as always, as well as the links to where I can get my ideal lab grown diamond earrings as well. But that's it guys, so thanks so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.